From unicorns to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3s and trees show.
Back at GMs, guys. Welcome to the Swarm Report. Yo, it's Monday, July 7th. A big week ahead of us here. In virtuals, in crypto. In fact, I think it's maybe the week. Good Lord, we're getting this abstract error again. I'm gonna let that one ride. I think it's actually working. Who is joining us this morning? We got Carbon. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Gravity's here. MJ, good morning. Sir Billy, good morning. Yo, GM, sir. Dude, yesterday was funny. Lily Turner's got us all feeling a kind of way. I mean, man, to Yo and I got a little thing going on. If Lily Turner's a rug, man, definitely my kind of rug. Definitely my kind of rug, dude. Lily Turner, hot agent launching over this weekend. And look, I mean, hey, I'll save some thoughts here because we're going to get into Lily a bit today. But, of course, I was all in 1 minute and the next minute saving my virginity for, the next hot agent or whatever. Dude, all in on Lily. All in. First time I've ever gone all in on points. Literally set to zero, and I think ended up being the right move. It's great when those things work out. It's always a gamble, but, we'll get into how Lily went and why the play and why the, maybe like a little bit of lack of conviction in that one. Still got that, by the way. I don't think we're like totally in the clear. That said, I don't know. Lily might be okay. Eagle Eye, good morning, man. Treat when you show up. Katz is here. The whole damn gang. Let's just get into it. We have tons to talk about. Let's smash the like on the show, fam. We are live on Abstract. I just double checked over there. We're live. No, shit, maybe we're not. Something's up with Abstract streaming. Maybe we're not live. So whatever. Forget it. If you're on Abstract, welcome. I don't think you're there though. Live on X, live on YouTube. Smash the like wherever you're watching, but come over to YouTube here and subscribe. Daily show Monday through Friday. It's here, the Swarm Report. In fact, Fridays starting to look a little different. Fridays may not be at our normal time, right? 9 a.m. Eastern time. We last Friday did something special, something I actually loved. I think that has to become a staple, and I think that has to become not just once a week, but this past Friday, we did a Spaces along with a video show, and we talked about the virtuals proposals. We're going to go over that today because spoiler, they passed. At least the 3 core proposals from the virtuals team, they passed. And so more and more, we need to stay on top of what's going on in the virtuals ecosystem where our vote and our voice matters a lot. It's important to stay on top of. So the Friday Spaces, as of right now, we keep it on Friday. What I'm debating is actually doing a second, maybe third day a week. Hey, I'm even out there with thinking maybe it's every day. Maybe it's every day we do the core morning show and do market and quick updates, and then we go over to Spaces, and that's where we can continue conversations here. So yeah, dude, it was really cool. I'm glad you made it too, Cats, and I think we got to make that a more regular thing and even formalize it. More. There's a lot we can do there. There's a lot we can do there. If you look at ACP, you can see the content creators are making the most money. That's interesting. That's a really good take, MJ. The content's making the most money. That's a great take. What's going to make more than the NSFW stuff? You're right, dude. Probably nothing. And it makes sense, dude. Here's the thing. Again, I got to save thoughts for when we get to these segments, but like most people out there don't know how to make graphics, can't make a video. I get it because I do this stuff now and I'm not good at it. I don't know how to make graphics. So whether you're a content creator or you're looking to throw like an image on a tweet you're making, or you're looking to have a tweet created for you, every single person here is going to want to use content at some point for something, where the flip side of it is the trading DAO, right? Are we all necessarily going to use like the trading tools out there? We probably should. We probably will, but I'm more convinced that we're going to use content stuff. It's just what I'm thinking. I think that's got the most broad appeal, and it's got appeal outside of crypto. Maybe that's the most important part. So it's a great observation, MJ. It's a great take. Biggie, good morning. It's never a bad idea. We got some Swarm updates coming up this week. Copilot updates. I can tell you I'm running the beta version. Like I'm always a couple iterations ahead. New features, there's a new something there that actually is pretty damn spicy. Swarm Copilot is going to be expanding, growing quickly here. I absolutely freaking love that tool. Love it. Guys, you can follow me on X at Hudah_idiot. Follow SlamAI_XYZ. Check out the light paper. Conversation about what's coming there behind the scenes really starting to ramp back up. So I'm really excited about what's coming here. CryptoSlam IO, you know the deal. And finally, the Swarm_AI. Again, the 3 core proposals all passed, establishing, well, officially, the Virtuals Foundation, the sniper defense and yield strategy. A lot of controversy about that this weekend, by the way. And a performance-based grant here. So there's 3 separate. We'll go to the proposals afterwards and peek at them. But we covered them in depth, decently in depth Friday. My opinion still, I don't think we need a DAO. I'll just say it. I think I'd rather let the Virtuals team direct this thing with community feedback, make the community council. And I'd rather Virtuals is running this thing. I don't love the DAO, but the DAO is here. And as of now, it's working. But, the controversy here around the sniper defense yield strategy, because, guys, it very much looks like Virtuals is putting sniper defense on some launches. Not all, but some launches. But they're not telling us ahead of time, right? 3 launches in the past week. When you look at the charts, they come out of the gate at a 2 mil market cap. And it's straight down from there. It's EVA had it. Spread had it. BM Finance had it. And the difference was so obvious when Lily comes out, and it didn't start at 2 mil. It started at, a couple 100,000 and shot up, guys, to 3 mil market cap here overnight. It didn't have the sniper defense. It's a bit of a problem. Virtuals needs to be upfront about what they're going to defend here. I'm assuming it's them, by the way. We don't know for sure, but a lot of us got an airdrop of those 3 other tokens that I mentioned, and that only happens if Virtuals is doing the airdrop. So I think they did do sniper protection. Nobody asked for it. Nobody voted for it. Again, I want Virtuals to make those decisions. I don't think they need to ask us, but you need to disclose it if it's happening, and that's not happening. It's not happening. Yeah, dude. Yes, cats. Yep. We'll get into that. There's not a lot of info that I've seen so far, but yes. Luna's got a new token coming, which is it's not strange. I mean, we just don't have any info, so it's hard to say. I don't know if we have any new proposals up, but I'll just say this: looking at the board right now, there's nothing else out there that has enough votes to pass. So nothing else that was on the board before, other than the 3 core proposals. Nothing else is passing right now. And then throughout the week, we'll start reviewing any new proposals here. Actually, there are a bunch of new ones. Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of new ones that have come in. So we're going to have to take the time and go through these and start having our conversations. And look, maybe we can actually help influence some of these, especially the better ones. This one's actually got a decent amount of votes here. It's not enough. 113. Did I read that right? 113 million? No, that can't be right. No, 1.13 million. Yeah, none of these are even close to passing. You need close to like 4 million points or V virtual, votes. And nothing's close here. Nothing's close. Total, yeah, nothing. None of these are going to pass. Still a lot of time left, but we shall see, fam. Again, Lily right now at 1.6 mil market cap this weekend, just overnight. I'll pull up the chart. We'll review the launch here in a moment, but touched just about 3 mil. Surprising to some people. I don't know. I guess I played it safe. Not intentionally. It's just hard to decide. Is this a rug? Is it like the new meta and it makes sense? It's fresh, and I lean towards that at this point. But who knows? Is this going to live in the 300, 500K range, or is this going to rip to 5, 10? Like, nobody knew. Still don't know, but it's pretty obvious that the fresh meta brought a whole bunch of eyes and it brought a whole bunch of speculation to it. And I do like that. And I do think this meta makes a ton of sense. So there's Lily, even right now, looking strong. 1.6 mil. We're still talking like an 8x from pre-sale. Ballpark. At its peak, though, a 15x. We haven't seen those kind of returns in a while since WAC XBT. That one absolutely cooked. But since then, it's been pretty dry. And before WAC XBT, also pretty dry. So this was a nice change of pace. Regardless how you may feel about an NSFW, agent or meta, it's here, it's unavoidable. And, I was going to say to some degree, I'm rooting for it. I'm just rooting for new things and for people to keep pushing. And so I'm always excited to see that. So lots of great launches coming up on Virtuals. I think some core platform updates still on the way, but if we zoom out and look at macro, we have a really, really hot rest of July ahead of us here. We have the Genius Act and the Clarity Act both heading to the House for a vote next week. Next week, it's a big week. In fact, everybody's saying it's crypto week next week. So we have to stay plugged into this. On this show, we'll keep it surface level. We'll just kind of keep up with major updates. Be aware that's coming. And those acts, those bills, if I should say when they pass, will move this market. Those will almost certainly kick us into that next gear, that banana zone, that special thing that we're all waiting for. So with that said, here's the setup here. A lot of people calling for Bitcoin all-time high today. I'm hoping as of right now, here's Bitcoin 108K, ETH 2,500, Ripple 228, Solana 151. Decent morning, right? But let's see if it plays out. Let's see if we do get Bitcoin 111, 112. It could be the day for that. Again, a lot of people hoping. Now, over on the AI side, $9.53 billion market cap, up 2% in the past 24 hours. Your top agents by market cap, it's Farcoin, Ket, Turbo, Toshi, and Rect. Great seeing Rect there, right? I don't know. There's just something about NFT projects. There's just something about that I'm always going to root for them first. I am. So, hey, we start seeing EVA up there, I'll be just as excited. But I'm really pumped seeing that Rect AI agent doing so well. On the infrastructure side, FET, Virtual, IoTX, AI16Z, and REI. Interesting. And then DeFi. It's Ask Venice, Olas, Hey Anon, Griffane, and Banker. Anything else catching my attention here? Buzz looking interesting. That is a Swarm ecosystem, by the way. Pretty darn sure. Yeah, interesting. Put them all together. Let's take a look at Mindshare. And we have Open Ledger on top. No TGE yet, but there's a whole campaign out there, a yapping campaign. And so Open Ledger's got a lot of Mindshare out there right now. They're followed by Virtual, Banker, Cookie, and Mantis. Very interesting. Farcoin all the way down at 6, Vader 7, AIXBT all the way down to 10. All the way down to 10. Wow. Mindshare's changed quite a bit. All right, let's see how points are doing out here. Now, we did get points dropping this morning. My play, again, all in on points, so I zeroed myself out. I get about 10,000 points a day. So I put, let's say, about 150,000 points into Lily yesterday. I'm thinking it's going to take me about 2 weeks to get back to where I was. And at that point, I feel like I'm going to fall behind. We'll see how it plays out. But our points in circulation right now lower than they were last week. Last week, we were about 4.4 bill at our highest point. So a lot of points were committed to Lily and pulled these out of circulation. We need more great launches to keep doing that. That's how we can get our point grind and stay ahead, is if people are spending their points and we're not. When everybody's just stacking points, that's where we're falling behind, because these whale wallets are just dominating in points. But there we are, right under 4.4 bill. So for me, that's kind of refreshing to see. Your top tokens, let me stretch that out a little, but your top gainers here in the past 24 hours, Lily. You saw it just a second ago. It was up over 250%. Right now, 200. We got Iris, Rect. Again, Rect. Love to see it. Sploot and Solace, who announced, well, they didn't announce, but they announced an announcement. We'll say that. They've got some updates coming here. Actually, today or tomorrow, Solace has some updates coming. I believe I saw some kind of, was it a Spotify tie-in? There were 2 applications that Solace is going to tap into. I think it was Spotify and something else. So pretty interesting. Nice to see Sploot up here, by the way, too. Really like that. Really like. That's from Jonah, right? That's the AI content creating application. Really interesting. On your top losers, it's Nest, Fuzz, Build, Spread, and Ethy. Spread is very interesting too. What's interesting is we chatted on the timeline just briefly about the virtual sniper protection, and Spread did get it. They didn't realize they got it. The team didn't let them know. They had no idea. They didn't think they had sniper protection, but enough of us had replied with some, like, hey, here's a screenshot. Like, I got airdrop tokens. It's only happening from sniper protection. They didn't know. Drop King, good morning, man. Yes, really cool, Drop King. Yeah, there's man, I love these guys building in something innovative. That's exactly what Jonah's doing with Sploot. Like, super innovative. Big freaking fan. I wish that worked for my content. Not quite yet, though. Here's your top tokens by volume. It is Lily on top. Game, Axelrod, Rabida, and Maymo. Go Hackers kind of up here too. They had their launch this weekend, did decent. We'll peek at that in a moment, but a lot of familiar faces here. Voting, guys, you have 2 days, 2 days. 2 days, let's say 2.5 days to get your votes in for, well, the next round of bonus points. Remember, 10% of the weekly, or I should say daily points, go to the projects that you vote for. If you voted last week, you're already locked into your vote from last week. It carries forward. So you don't have to do anything if you want to change your vote. You do have to go in and manually do that. You have to change your vote here on the virtual site. And we're going to look really similar to last week as of right now. Iris on top, Axelrod, Whack XBT. Manikai, I don't recall being this high last week. I could be wrong, but I don't remember them being quite that high. But we're watching still for, some game theory. Actually, I would love to see an arrow here. I would love to see an arrow that shows like week over week if it's up or down and what percent. That would be super helpful. Swarm is all the way down at, like 19. We did dip, and I'm going to refresh, but it dipped to like 7.75% or so. So again, like well below last week. Probably want to get a tweet out from the Swarm account and remind people to stake. Yeah, okay. So it was 0.7 earlier. It's back up to 0.9. Would love to see that over 1, right? But I don't have a ton of virtual staked. All my vote goes to Swarm. Always going to support, us, you guys more specifically. So if you've not voted, go vote. Go throw your points behind the Swarm. It's getting you more points on a daily basis here. Well worth doing. Why do you think Eliza Eves, last week's NSFW agent, fell so flat, but Lily's the new star? Mindshare, attention. I don't think Eliza was really getting into the ACP talk, whereas like Lily's talking like she's going to be at the core, like the center of an NSFW, ACP cluster. I think that's mostly why. Just playing the social media game better. I think that's why. Because there's another agent. It's actually more like a platform that's live right now that's also not doing well. Last I checked, it was only 60, 70% subscribed. I think it's going to get to 100. I'm really sure it's going to get to 100. But, like Lily's outperforming a broader like platform. I think Lily, I'll be honest, I still think Lily could be a rug. I need to see more. I need to see their website. I need to see something more than AI generated video. I need to see it. That'll give me some peace of mind here. But Lily's just winning the social media game right now. So for me, that's how it makes sense. We'll peek at points actually, since they're live. I don't know, man. The Genesis game is tricky right now. So you get 145,000 points yesterday. Again, all my points dumped into this. Still thinking, again, it's 2 weeks till I get my points back because I'm averaging 10K. I didn't get much in daily active bonus, even though I, had my biggest commit. I've never committed more points than this. It didn't net me any more points. I'm getting just about what I'm getting on a daily basis, right? I get about over 1,000 points a day daily active bonus. Doesn't matter if I do something or not. I'm getting the same number. Now, maybe it's still a day behind. That could be, and maybe tomorrow I get more. But participating in Genesis launches is not really going to net you points like it used to. It used to be spend your points, you get those points back within a couple days, so it was well worth doing. It's not that anymore. In fact, I'm getting less points now than I was just a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't active a couple weeks ago, really. I mean, see back here, maybe commit 20, 30,000 here, right? And I do that here and there, but my daily active bonus points, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 2,000, right? Getting more back then, getting less now, spending more points. So again, the game has changed quite a bit. And I'm expecting virtuals to tweak this more. Like they do. And I like that they tweak it. It's hard to make a game plan when the rules you kind of assume are going to keep changing here. So what can you do? Let's peek at some of the launches that have already completed, see how they're performing, and you're going to notice this like theme. Quality agents. I don't know what that even means, quality agent, but agents that have like utility are not doing as well right now. They're becoming normal. So we see something like Eva. I would put that in quality agent because we know it's from a team of like legit builders, right? At a 1 mil market cap or FDV. Something like Spread, kind of same thing. We know that's from probably, it seems like a proven builder. This is a prediction market, 600K FDV. This is what the market's going to give us. This is what the market, or how the market values these type agents. Notice where this started, by the way. That looks like sniper protection to me. Out of the gate at 2 mil. In fact, Eva, was that the same? Eva out of the gate, just over 2 mil. That could be legit. Eva had a different kind of hype, but I don't know. I don't know. Go Hacker, same thing. Out of the gate, just over 2 mil. This is a Virtual's top, hackathon top 10 finisher. Probably had sniper support, sniper protection. Valued right now at 550K FTV. And so that's about the price. We're going to see what I'm saying are quality agents. Look, I also got an airdrop from this. I didn't commit points, but it got sniper protection. I know because I got points. So I got some tokens from Virtuals. That doesn't happen just randomly or for no reason. It happens if they get protection. So again, another one that wasn't announced that got protection. They got to be more transparent. Reason being, guys, if you see a token out of the gate ripped to 2 mil, someone who maybe is a little less experienced and doesn't know what's going on might think that, oh, this one's really hot. Let me go chase that before it rips to 5 mil, 10 mil. And then they get wrecked. They get demolished here. Or they see it so high right out of the gate. And look, this only lasts for a matter of like a minute before it comes crashing down. But it might be a turnoff right out of the gates. If people don't know what's going on, they're going to think this thing's manipulated and say, oh my God, look how far this thing dumped. I'm not touching it. You're going to scare people off with this if they don't know what's going on. They got to be transparent with this stuff. But now compare that to Lily here, who did not have sniper protection, right? Out of the gate at 500K or so, and ripped up to last night, this morning, 3 mil. 3 mil. And why? Does it have a product that people just like more? Does it have a better team, none of that, guys. Fresh meta, fresh narrative. It goes back to, how high can it go? And you have no idea because we haven't seen this before. Lets you speculate to the heavens, right? Why couldn't this be a 10 mil market cap coin? Oh my God, if it's going to be at the center of an NSFW cluster, why couldn't this be a $30 million coin, like 20 million, like Axelrod? Why not? You can speculate away and nothing's going to stop. Nothing's going to limit you because we haven't seen it yet. We don't know what's the limit. This is the first one that's doing well. So it makes sense why it's higher than the rest. Can it stay there? Can this be your queen, of the NSFW meta? Maybe. But until we find out, people are just going to speculate, and this will be higher than, these other ones that I again think are quality agents. So again, fresh meta, different kind of speculation, pretty damn fun. But we got to keep on top of this stuff. We got to know the whys. It's why we're talking about this stuff. It helps us make better decisions here going forward. Dog was generated with an AI. Dog is the only AI generated meme coin you need. Interesting, dude. I mean, Meister, are you saying like the image for Dog? Or are you saying like even the meta, right? Because like we call Fart Coin and Goat an AI coin, even though they weren't created by AI, right? Like a person made them. But it was like inspired by AI. In a way, maybe you could consider Dog an AI coin. Leonidas would be brilliant if he pushed that narrative, right? If he started calling Dog an AI coin. I think that'd be smart. That might be really smart. Live right now, we have Zaya. Now, okay, oversubscribe, over 100%. Good. I just had to assume this was going to get there. This is another NSFW agent. In fact, it is an agent, but it's like a search engine in a way. It's a platform for you to discover more NSFW content. And what this has that Lily doesn't have is, a team of builders. It has VPN support, the Virtuals Partner Network. So it has something that even Lily doesn't have, like a sign off by the Virtuals team in a way. Yeah, Lily doesn't have that. I think this might be one of the most under the radar plays. I may, when we come up to 2 hours in, if this is staying around maybe 100, if this stays under 200, I might go all in again. I might do it again. Let me see. How much virtual would that be? 14 virtual right now. If I can go all in, it's 14 virtual. I think Zaya right now is a very under the radar play. Good narrative, good meta, right? And I think it's got a little more substance as of now, as far as what we see than maybe Lily has. So keep an eye on that. I don't think we're going to see anything with DLLM. With Betya's interesting. Beta, good morning, man. Good to see you, dude. Betya is actually very interesting. It's another prediction market. This one has like a former NFL, Pro Bowler Super Bowl champ that's involved with it. This is interesting. Kind of reminds me of Daredevil. It kind of reminds me of that, and something like Hey Tracy. Pro athletes who are getting into the um, AI and sports betting narrative here. Kind of like it. Kind of like it. I think this one ends up completing. Who is this? Lee Woodall. Lee Woodall. I don't know who that is. I should know. I used to. Oh God, I've been so unplugged from sports for the past 5-ish years. But probably like a lot of you is like obsessed for childhood through whatever. Really interesting. This also has a strong team. Keep your eyes. Man, there's 2 on the board right now to keep your eyes on, I guess. Keep your eye on Zaya, but keep your eyes on Bet. Yeah, I think that's interesting. Joe Thompson. Let me go back and see it. His bio is kind of interesting here. Like back supported by the Avalanche Foundation. Did I read that right? I think keep your eyes on Bet. Yeah, especially right now, looking for stuff that maybe people aren't paying attention to. Pretty interesting. JT founded AidTech, 200 mil valuation. Back that so the other company he founded, his other project backed by Ava Labs. I would keep an eye on this one here. Especially keep in mind there's a betting cluster, right? There's a betting cluster coming. We got Billy Betts coming over to base. I think those will do pretty darn well too. Okay, so that's what's on the board now. 2 of those I think are actually under the radar and will do well, Zaya and Betya. And then coming up, we've got a bunch of good ones. We really do. When you're hunting here, I mean, it's easy to just look for the things with the check marks and let that be your guide, your starting point. And a few of these look good. We have some quality agents coming. A lot of investment tools, Dynavest being in that ballpark. Predibot, it's an X-based prediction market. Again, I think we'll flip to a betting meta here really soon. It's kind of like we're always going to live there, but everybody knows the product market fit is there. Desistant, I believe that's the. Oh, I might be mixing these up. I thought this is the one where you can build agents and sell them, right? Like a marketplace for agents. Is that not this one? No, this one is it's trading. It's kind of a problem, and it's not like a problem, but there's going to be so many agents and platforms that are like trading assistants. How do you value them? And you'll value them by which ones are actually doing their job. But ahead of time, we've already bet on 20 of these, 30 of these. It's another one to add to the mix. Hard to make a big bet when we've seen it. We know how they're playing out. And right now, they're not playing out with high market caps or FDVs. Another one, AI Ape, another trading companion. We're seeing a lot of these AI yields, automated yield farming. A lot of these similar-ish agents. Now, VPay is the one we've talked about this a decent amount. Really want them on the show. I'm trying to get these people to step up and come on. It's been a little bit of a challenge. But VPay is the one. I'm still waiting for a check mark to show up on it. It's been delayed multiple times, but this one, out of everything we see coming up, feels like it has the most potential. It's like payment rails. This one, man, I think this one's a different kind of potential here, and I'm really hoping it plays out that way. Look at it like look at like a bank. You make these USD accounts, right? Debit card, credit card, whatever, right? I think we need something like this. We clearly need something like this in this autonomous ecosystem, but something we can use too. VPay could be like the dark horse of all of this. So certainly keep your eye on VPay. Thinking more to just like on the spot and like word vomited on you, but like maybe we need specific days here, like a day where we go and deep dive each of these, a separate day where it's proposals, a separate day where it's an interview or multiple interviews. I'm just thinking out loud, but I do want to get deeper into most of these. For now, I'm just putting on the radar what I think is deserves your attention more than the rest. Model Guard is one of those as well, right? We've been saying you got to start watching for not agents, but infrastructure. Things that, it's not a one-off agent that belongs in one cluster. No, instead of it's infrastructure that can get plugged into the entire ACP. We got to watch for that. Model Guard is like that, right? Model Guard is insurance for AI agents. Makes sense. Something we probably need some kind of protection from what malicious attacks, bad transactions, things that cause your agent to lose money, or maybe you to lose money through a swarm. Insurance again makes a ton of sense with a great virtual partner network partner. Wit, he's from that Xavi agent. Legit. This is a very, very legit drop that's coming soon, coming in about a week and a half. Budget some points for that. I'm definitely going to be doing that. But VPay, in fact, if I'm picking my top, 2 or 3, it's Model Guard, VPay, and then finally, this is a month off still, but Ring Fence, another infrastructure play. This is a security, kind of layer. I can picture it all over the ACP. And so those are the ones I'm really keeping my eyes on. Again, those 3 especially. And there's still some, I don't want to call them minor and like diminish what they are, but there's some minor agents that still, I think, get to 100% and have that potential. If you make that bet right now and you stake it, set it, forget it, maybe in a few months, they're actually some main players here. Some of these agents we will see in the tens of millions market cap, some of them. So maybe it's not the worst idea to throw a couple bucks at each and maybe turn that couple bucks into, a couple thousand. It's probably the game plan right now. So anyway, it's, while a week ago it felt very dead in virtuals, as in nothing of quality, nothing you want to spend your points on. All of a sudden, we got a board full of agents that are worth at the very least knowing about. Probably most of those, all of those that we just mentioned are probably worth putting some points towards. Probably worth it. So let me just spot check again real quick, see what's coming this week. Predabot, Desistant, AI Ape, yeah, all this week. AI Yields maybe. VPay, VPay still this week too. So that's what we're looking at this week. Some good stuff. I will anything top Lily? That I'm less sure about. Lily could be spicy. And also Lily has announcements coming today. Let's pull up Lily real quick. Just want to see if it was today or tomorrow that we've got Lily updates coming. But again, platform, like a full-on platform. Let's see. Here we go. Lilyverse opening its doors for holders. When was this tweet? This morning? Oh yeah, this was 5 minutes ago. Lilyverse opening its door for holders. It isn't just one place. It's a universe that'll expand over time into different platforms and realms. In this TG group, you get exclusive NSFW pictures and videos. The longer you hold, the spicier the content gets over time. That's funny. Okay, so launched your Telegram. Look, this is why I'm saying kind of maybe ruggy still. If you have a whole platform that's coming or this broader ecosystem, what is it? It's to me, this is a spidey sense thing. It's feeling like it's just these AI images and videos. It's feeling like it's just that. And that once that's not working anymore and people are waiting for more, I kind of picture dev bouncing. I don't know. Just a gut feel. Oops, 7 mil market cap, 98. Dude, nobody's touching Boop anymore, especially with Bonk doing so well, right? It's Bonk versus Pump Fun, and maybe you throw, Jupiter in the mix too, but Bonk is suddenly going for it. And it's great to see. It's good. Okay, that competition's good for us. They win us over with rewards. Yeah, Lily 1.4 mil now. Hey Luna, good morning. Yeah. I don't know with Lily. I don't know. I can still see it living up in this range. I can see it back to 3. I can see it all. I can also see this being 0 in a week. And final point on Lily, the token lockup period is only just over 2 weeks. Most people I know I chatted with Katz about this. Most people I know are not staking their Lily. Most people are going to get ready to sell as soon as we get 7 days prior to the unlock. That's when you can sell and not get penalized. And I think most people are planning for that. So a week out here, guys, especially right then, a week out, I think this chart dumps to nothing. So be ready for that. I'll just to be very transparent. That's my game plan. I'm in Lily. I bought some secondary too, but I'm planning to be out of this entirely in, 10-ish days, as is everybody else. I don't know how this one survives. We'll see. We will see. Cat's right. Betya's like way under the radar, and it does look legit. I hope it stays under the radar because my points might go all in on that one before it closes tomorrow. Betya's very interesting. Problem is no followers on X have been marketing. I mean, it's great because it just means under the radar. And when it's already that low mind share wise, it can't get lower. Kind of only has one direction. Maybe it doesn't move at all, right? But that one looks kind of interesting. We shall see. All right, some updates from around the virtuals ecosystem, actually broader AI. You probably saw this last week. I don't think we did a Swarm report since the announcement, though. But Vader announced a new, yapping platform in a way. Guys, if you've been doing the Vader yapping, you know what, dude? Let me flip over. I don't know if I saw the demo here. Is that on X? Did you find the demo on X, Cats? And it's the team. It's another one of those ones where I would be betting on the team here. That's what I would be doing. Let's peek at that demo. I mean, it's on X. Okay. Let's see if I can find it. They did a Spaces, and I didn't hear of it at all. I really want to try to get these guys on the show. All right, here is. Okay, here it is. Is that it, Cats, or is it something else? Okay. That's okay. It's nice and clean, and I mean, man, if you can make it easy for people to bet, I've never bet it on sports ever, and I've always wanted to. Right? If like crypto is your entry into being like a degen and gambling a bit, like you probably want to go start playing the stock market, right? And you probably want to start betting on sports because at times you've done well on crypto, and you're like, I'm not bad at this. Like maybe I should be playing this other stuff too. Probably should be. These things are going to get me. I'm going to be using stuff like this. At some point, one of these is going to win me over. Maybe it's Daredevil. Maybe it's Betya. Maybe it's both. These things are going to get me. Integrate with Butler makes it awesome too. Then, wow. Yeah, I like this. I like it. This is now something I'm probably going to put points towards tomorrow. So there's quite a bit, guys. I mean, I used up all my points, and I got a lot I want to spend on now. It's not a bad problem. There was another demo, Cats. Let me scroll up. It sounds like it was above. Same one? Yeah, same one. Oh, there was a second video. Got it. I do like this, man. Oh, really cool. Dude, it's hard to not like that, huh? And if the AI agent, that's baked into this can actually help you and help like analyze the event and the bets and the kind of returns you can get and help you understand terms. I mean, my goodness, that's going to work. And that has that appeal outside of crypto. I love that it's using USDC as well. I like this. Betya is very, very interesting. Yeah, I need to reach out to these guys, see if we can get them on here. Okay, so back to Vader. A lot of you guys have been staking. Has DeFi built in with your winnings if you want. Fair. Yeah, that's awesome. I like it. All right, so if you've been staking Vader and you've been yapping for Vader points, that will continue. But any given day of the week, is it just one day a week? Whatever. You may not be yapping about Vader for points. You may be yapping about some other existing project. What they're doing is open up this new avenue for projects to bid Vader. How do I say this right? What's the easy way to TLDR it for you? The highest bidder gets 24 hours of Vader's community yapping about them. There we go. Let's say the Swarm has a big update. We want the Vader community to yap about it. But so does Axelrod, and so does AIXBT, and so does WhackXBT. Well, we all bid. We bid, and the highest bidder wins that 24-hour period. Pretty spicy. Again, so for that 24 hours, Vader yappers are not going to be tagging Vader to earn yaps. They're going to be tagging the project, the winning project to earn their yaps. Pretty interesting. Now, Vader's going to take the tokens from the project who won, and they're going to airdrop them to their community. Vader stakers, Vader yappers. 80% goes to stakers, 20% goes to yappers. Pretty darn cool. And then all the other tokens that were bid but didn't win all get burned. So you got kind of a win-win all around here. I kind of struggle to see if projects are going to throw too much at this. But then again, if you have a big project update and you really want people to know about it, if you don't have a lot of reach, that's where you're probably bidding for something like this. And even if you lose just Vader tweeting about, burning X amount of your tokens, it's still some mind share for you. So you're buying a little mind share. It's a big old update. This is going to go live very soon. I don't know if they dropped a date when this officially starts, but we'll keep our eyes out for that. I imagine it's pretty darn soon. So pretty big update, more tokens. Virtuals is working on some updates here to point. I mean, everything here, but points is one of those things. Dev wallets is something they're going to be addressing, right? A lot of talk on the timeline about dev wallets who have a big chunk of tokens who are getting huge amounts of points. Virtuals wants that to end. Different from what they were doing before, where they encouraged, projects to play virtuals, right? This is different. Now saying dev wallets need to fuck off and stop getting points. I'm all good with that, to be honest. All good with it. And this is just one of those things. If they make that change, it's virtuals changing their rules, but I'm trusting those guys. I'm going to be consistent there. I'm going to trust them to keep making those decisions. Post token teams to be held more accountable for building in public and communicating more frequently. I like that. Incentivize projects to tweet, keep the community updated. I dig it. Token utility, ideally revenue pegged. Don't know what that'll be, but okay. And more real estate to surface the quality of teams signal over noise. So virtual still cooking, man. Still cooking. Updates coming for Butler. These are coming very soon. Not live yet, but coming in a few days. Smart contract upgrade for the Butler for more DeFi type activity. So I assume like swapping, transferring, bridging. I think all that stuff is going to come with Butler agent. What might get interesting there is, like, does Butler start hurting something like Hey Anon and maybe Symphony and right? There's some great DeFi tools out there. If Butler can do what they're doing, and by the way, this is where it was obviously going, right? Everything any of these agents are doing, it's just going to get easier and easier to copy. These teams got to stay hungry and keep building more features on. And those will be the winning teams. But Butler's going to start doing what these do. If they've already got you inside and the moat is everything else, and they've just added on more tools for you to use, man, Butler could be a monster. Got a huge user base here on virtuals. What, 40,000 or so strong? Maybe all using the Butler for everything. Really spicy. Butler, man, is one of the spiciest agents out there. Powered by the game token. Enhanced agent recommendations by Butler. He's not just going to pick the most popular agents. He'll find the best fit for your request. As of right now, he's maybe not doing that as well as he could be doing. Wallet signature clarity. Good. Improved UI on jobs and provider agents presence. Cool. Butler Agent Wallet Top Off 2.0. Okay, so some quality of life upgrades, but some new features getting baked in. I like it. Axelrod had an update here. And this is interesting. We saw Axelrod dump just a few days ago, and this was just after ACP went live. And some people might have thought, okay, maybe underwhelmed by ACP, maybe underwhelmed by something. No, I think, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think their token unlock just happened. I think because Axelrod's now tweeting out they've deployed their first batch of unlocked tokens over to Wasabi. So it gets me thinking, okay, I think the unlock just happened, and that was the reason for a dump. Probably 2 weeks before, people were unstaking their Axelrod tokens and got ready to sell, right when they were eligible to sell. So now Axelrod leverage trading over on Wasabi. Pretty cool. Again, I'm just waiting to see one of these agents making money, like big money. Big money. Start small, make some money, but you start scaling this, you start making big money, DeFi change forever. And we might be watching the start of that right here. So we'll keep our eyes on Axelrod. Neurobro's got some updates here. Actually, 2 updates here. What is this? Smart link outs from the chat to the swap feature. Okay, so this is another kind of like Butler using the tool to do different kinds of transactions on chain. Swapping. I don't know if this does transferring yet and bridging and that kind of thing, but right now, swapping. Yeah. So really cool. Also now pulls in X activity. So it reminds me kind of like AIXBT. It probably has better insights, signals, whatever, because it's pulling narratives, hot topics from X. Right from X. So good update there. Now here's that update, Cats. Cats dropped this on me yesterday, but Luna has announced a new token called Token, a currency that supports the autonomous media house and its mission to provide independent media coverage. what's it for, and why not use, like people are asking, why not use the Luna token? Well, we got to learn what's the token utility here. Yeah, man, whale intel is great. For anyone who doesn't know, by the way, whale intel is, I mean, we use it every day for, just checking points, and there's all kinds of things I'm using it for at this point. But, well, points, token moves, but then also I use this little calculator it has on Genesis launches. Am I not connected? I should be connected. I'll do this later. But Watchtower, if it'll let me see it right now. Right, it's going to give you some heads up if there's big moves happening, and I'm assuming on here it sees some big unlocks coming. It sees a big stake of Lily right here, right? So something like that. We see also, I don't know if people have caught this yet, and to be honest, maybe this is not in the current live version of Copilot. Wow, we got a bunch of Lily buys coming in. I don't think I'm fit. Yeah, this is everything. We got a whole bunch of Lily buys coming in. This is what I've been waiting for. The smart traders, average plus, Einstein. I'm waiting for the smart traders. There's an Einstein. I'm waiting for them to come back in. I think they're coming back in. Really, really interesting seeing this right now. Kind of something I've been waiting for. Is that the same person? Different person, potentially different person here. 2 Einstein traders coming back into Lily. Was waiting for that signal. There it is. Now, what was I trying to point out here? Hang on. Just got myself sidetracked. Hang on. From whale intel and seeing the large staking positions. Let me show you something. I'm going to pull it off screen because there is something on that will. There's something that you would see that I don't want you to see yet. Cool new feature, cool new update coming. But there we go. Staked percentage. Okay. We've got a whole bunch of new columns coming. Again, maybe they're live now. I don't know. I probably should know, but I don't. But you also can now see, you can add this column, stake percentage. So you can go see a person who's, buying or selling or whatever, but see how much of the token they have staked still. You can also, there's another column for how much they have, like how many tokens do they have? What's the value of it? But stake percentage, just another new metric here that you can add into Copilot. Pretty handy. I mean, look, if I'm using this to at a glance, like get a more full story or picture of what's going on in the token, if I'm seeing a token traded and I'm not seeing anybody with staked tokens, it tells me something. As opposed to if I'm scrolling and like everybody's got a big old bag staked. Again, it tells me something. Let's go check, just for fun. Let me check Vader. I would kind of guess we see a lot staked. Then again, we've got a lot of automated trading on Vader. So kind of curious here. I mean, I think feels like we see a little more stake, not as much as I was thinking. I don't know what token we would guess has the most staked. Maybe Iris. Again, I'll do this quick. I'm just curious. Man, Iris is brutal. Just brutal. Maybe a little less trading from wallets that have this, staked position still too. But it's something that you can use to, add to your research. It's a decent amount of people with bags that are staked still. Anyway, a lot more columns. A lot more. You'll see that very, very soon. What's up, Hulk? Good to see you, man. Anyway, token from Luna. I don't know. I don't know yet. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Do we have more info here? Token currency can be used to support the Autonomous Media House mission by donating it, by donating to its programs or participating in its activities. Learn more about how you can get involved and make a difference. Where? Interesting. Yeah, I don't think we have an idea yet of what token's for. Current sentiment around token coin is mixed. Yeah, I think we just need to know. I think we just need to know what's up. All right, we got a couple big things coming this week. Actually, probably the biggest thing coming this week is not inside of virtuals. Yes, there's some great agents coming. And yes, I'm expecting some ACP updates. and more governance, proposals. There's plenty of fun stuff coming, but I think the biggest update coming this week is Grok 4. A lot of people were expecting it to drop yesterday. It didn't happen. Now, today's the day everybody's got circled that we see Grok 4 getting released. Will it come? I actually think so. I think today's the day. Musk had said it's coming right around July 4th. A few days removed, but yeah, most people think today is the day, so we'll see. And how much better is it, and what's it better at? I can't wait to get my hands on and play. Grok is awesome. Like, Grok is really, really good. Supposed to be a big update that, supposedly puts it ahead of the rest. So we shall see. But that's a big one. It's a big one. We'll stay tuned for that. And then finally, we'll leave it here. But from 7213 Ejaz. Do I say Ejaz right? I don't think I do. Cool guy. Really cool guy. Saying AI agents will be the only way 99% of people interact online 10 years from now. I believe it. Just keep in mind, it's always important to kind of reflect on why we're doing this. It's not because we think this agent's going to change the world and that agent's going to change. It's not because of that. It's because we believe that AI agents are going to replace applications and AI agents are going to replace websites. Everything will have an agentic front end. It's just how it'll work. On top of you having your own assistants. Maybe it's one assistant, maybe it's per platform. I don't know yet. I think it's going to be a mix of all of it. I think you'll all have your own assistant. And then every platform you use has an assistant. And I think those agents will all be working together. Anyway, he's saying exactly that. 99% of people interact online in 10 years through an agent. It's coming. Few things before we get there. Financial rails for microtransactions. Needs to be seamless and cheap. He's talking about ACP. He's actually talking about not ACP, but ACP is part of this. Everybody's going to go for their own version of this. Build out the rails for where agents can transact. It's what Virtuals is trying to tackle, and others are doing it too. Right? Stripe, Visa, MasterCard, all developing solutions they have. You've seen some announcement recently of these guys building out payment systems for agents. And they're not going to use crypto. Some of these are not going to use crypto. Most will use, US dollars. What they're going to end up using is what he says here too. Probably stable coins. I believe that. In fact, I think at some point ACP might switch over to a stable coin for its currency. I think so. I think crypto's too volatile. But I do think I think most of these forms will be powered by stable coins. And we're talking about pennies per transaction too. That's where we're heading. So eye on the prize. The prize is 10 years down the road. Everything on chain, everything through agents. And if we do this the right way, everything on crypto rails. Right on the blockchain. If we do it the right way, that's how it works. I think that's the right way, by the way. So spicy stuff. All right, guys, there is your update. Yeah, dude, I can't keep this to 30 minutes, can I? I don't think it's possible. Only on a slow day. Only way to keep this to 30 minutes is if we do the 30 minutes here and then boogie over to the spaces right after. So maybe that's the way, but for now, whatever. We give this the time that it needs every day. And again, you can catch the replays here if you can't catch the live shows over on CryptoSlam on YouTube. So definitely make sure to head over there and subscribe. And one last time, follow the Swarm_AI over on X. Guys, I hope your day is excellent. Rooting for that all-time high today. Keep our eyes all over Virtuals and how these live agents right now are doing, how Lily's doing, what's coming down the pipeline. A lot of good stuff coming. Thank you, Gravity. Appreciate you, man. It's great hanging like always, man. Also, go check out the Aussie performance from this weekend. What a show. Hell of a show, dude. Great time. I think that's it. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you later. Goodbye, guys.